we are going to talk about leadership. And it's going to be a very unusual, very, very unusual session. I'm going to do a couple things that are unexpected because people keep telling me, hey, we need more variation and shit, right? So you've brought this on yourself. People ask me to train up leaders, and then usually I ask them, right, what does that mean? And they say, well, we want to do some fire maneuver, we want to do some navigation, we want to do some comms, we want to do some this, some that, and then you end up with a long list of stuff. Almost said shit. The problem with that is that it's not leadership. It is tactics. It is tools. So I teach these things every week. We train these things every week. We get a lot of practice in, and then we do that, and then we chuck our leaders in the deep end. And that works for some, and it doesn't work for others. So this is an attempt that's been a long time in the making. This is not going to be about tools. At least I'm not going to talk about them. At least not unless you want me to. You guys can figure that out amongst yourselves. This will be not what I usually do about doing stuff about objective fact. I'll mostly be talking about my subjective experience in learning leadership and practicing leadership in the group. You guys also know that I usually do prescriptive stuff, right? So I describe how things should be. I'll only do descriptive stuff today. I describe how things are and how they are for me. This will be heady, right? It'll be high level, low resolution stuff. You need to do the low level, high resolution stuff if you want that. I'm going to be using a lot of big words as containers for meaning, and some of them might not make sense. If at any point I lose you, please stop me right there and then. Can we get on board with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, so first thing we're going to do as leaders, right, and this is my description of what I do, is we're going to do 300 to 400 milligrams of ibuprofen. Off you go. Find 300 to 400 milligrams of ibuprofen and take them.
Oh god, I don't
Already
have one
done it.
here. Hang on. Got back.
Is paracetamol good enough?
No.
That counts, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, is it?
How about a can of beer?
Firm no on the can of beer. I'll get to that.
I got
What
300
about heroin?
milligrams of coffee.
Tramadol.
I'm back.
What do you think about codeine? Do you think that's acceptable?
Being coerced and taking drugs, basically.
Filth.
What's up?
I'm going to send you a thing. Can you, in fact, the last thing I ever sent you, can you paste that into the console and run it unscheduled, please, to fix Sanch?
What?
Oh, wait, it might have worked for me. No, Sanch is here now. No, it's still happening. On Discord in DMs, there's a text piece there. And if you press escape, then you get the console
I haven't
up.
gotten anything from you, dude.
Did the white filth?
And I need to run this on
Send
the
it
server,
to
yeah?
me.
Yeah, on the console, just run unscheduled. Just paste it into the console and.
Are you talking Discord or game server?
No, in here. Press
In here.
escape. Yeah, on the console. Paste that in and then click the green button that says run unscheduled.
I've done that. I don't know.
That should fix Sanch. Good.
Right, so we've all taken our ibuprofen. What else do we need? We need some food and drink.
Beer.
Water, tea, anything you like. A couple of cookies, right? Our brain needs food, so we got to take care of that. What else do we need? We need a pen, piece of paper, and we need a watch of some kind. Desktop watch or something is fine, or maybe your phone. I don't really care. But this is the prep this is the basic real-world prep for leading. Also, since it was already brought up, no alcohol, no drugs. Cannot recommend. It's not going to improve your experience. It's not going to improve your performance.
That's certainly the thing.
Remember, subjective experience. I've tried these things and they haven't worked for me. So if they work for you, that's fine, but I strongly recommend against them. Right, so since we've got that out of the way, I'm going to start sort of the concept bit of this session. And I thought, right, so what we consider leadership here isn't really based on any kind of military necessity. We're playing a game, right? So that can't be it. We'll get to that a little later on, but I think when I look at myself and many of the other leaders, I think what is mainly the guiding factor to their action is a value system. Big word, I know, but I'll tell you what I mean by that. So this group as a whole, as a thing, has a number of core values, and they inform our leadership decisions. I'll tell you a little bit about them. So this is stuff that we either advertise or that you can derive from how we operate. This is how we set up Reddit pages. We say, hey, look, this is who we are. And the sort of main value that always comes up first off is cooperation. This means all the things that we do and the way we do them fosters that people work together. We don't tolerate any lone wolfing. You might, maybe to take a very specific example, is I always tell you guys not to go anywhere on your own, not to do anything alone, always take a buddy. It's a very strong buddy system, and then that sort of goes up to the fire team level, to the squad level, and sometimes to the platoon level. So we as people come here to do things together, and leaders need to foster that. So that's first group core value. The second core value is something that derives mainly from how our missions are made. And that's proactivity. We don't sit on hills and snipe at shit. We're out there, we're charging, we're using fire and maneuver. We want to get shit done. We want to go places, right? We have fast-paced gameplay. That's what we advertise on Reddit. So we're a proactive group. That means our leaders also need to be proactive if they want to be in line with the values of the group. And then another thing that I think really sets this group apart, more than anything else, is a sense of continuous improvement. And you can tell that that's a core value because we're here, right? This is how we spend our Thursday evening every week, well, hopefully every week, as we get together and we see how we can improve. Leaders in this group will have to have a sense of improvement. If this is not for you, you're quite unlikely to end up in leadership positions on a regular basis. Right, so that's GOL values, but we're also individuals, and I said I was going to talk about my subjective experience, and the thing I usually tell people when I meet them in real life, like guys like Parker or UJ or Pilgrim, I tell them, I'm not like this in real life. I play a role, but as I set this part of the training up, it sort of dawned on me that the more realistic way of putting it is I'm a walking, talking cliche, and I'll tell you what I mean. There's also personal values, or you could maybe say moral values. And maybe some of the most important ones for me are, I'm an idealist. And by that, I don't mean I look for an ideal or I'm a perfectionist. I mean, in the sort of classical sense, idealism is a German school of philosophy of the late 18th century. I know you don't give a shit, but just to explain that. And the basic idea is that we can use our willpower to structure reality, and I find that holds true in the context that we're here today. So ideas are important. Ideas create a structure. Ideas are an expression of our willpower. And this is something that very strongly informs my way of leading in the group. I also very much, and you guys know this already, but I'll put it up here again, is I like to foster a sense of focus. I have a goal-oriented mindset, and I'm quite serious about it, right? So it's a sense of seriousness. Big words, I know, and you can call me out on it if you disagree with it, but I like to have a sense of integrity, by which I mean I like to be honest about what I'm doing, and I like to be consistent in what I'm doing. I also think that leaders should have a sense of legitimacy, by which I mean we need to have a belief that whatever it is we're doing, whatever orders we're giving, whatever we're trying to achieve in the simulated combat we're having, we need to believe that it's the right thing to do. So these are sort of the most important values for me personally. You might disagree with them, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. And also, there's many people among you that embody different values. For example, when I joined this group a very, very long time ago, sort of the main influence on the value system in the group was probably Oxman, and one of the most important values was discipline, which some people strongly disliked, but sort of clicked with me, and it's a very important reason why I'm still here, because I think that's important, and it's got to do something with real life. It's something that you'll find when you stick to leadership roles, is that it influences you as a person, and you yourself can also influence people as persons. For example, engaging with people like Parker, for example, teaches a value of kindness, which I mean very seriously. Interacting with these people will change you. Or a very important leader in this group, without knowing it, is probably UJ, because he taught me the value of simplicity and standardization, which has massively impacted how this group operates, right? So potentially all of you guys are leaders without taking leadership positions. Right, that's sort of introduction. This is the value system, and if you're leading in this group, I encourage you to develop your own, because the point being, values inform our leadership.
Jack, is
This
it
is on the map, by the
convoluted?
way. Sorry?
Jack, is it convoluted?
Convoluted is
That was the word that set
word
this
for it.
off.
That's
I know
it,
it's heavy, and I know it's probably not what we usually do, but do any of you want to engage with any of that at this point?
I agree with everything.
He agrees with everything.
No, at least what you said so far.
All good.
Yeah, I think as a group we've got to have individualism, but as a group we've got to have, for want of a made it up word, a groupism. We've got to stick together, but we've also got to foster individual thinking, as long as it's in line with the core values of goal. I mean, occasionally you're going to stray because we all get it wrong, but generally speaking, if the general thrust is in the area that has been our mindset for, I don't even know, 15 years, is it, or something like that?
Something
Then
like that.
yeah, then you know, then we're on a good thing as far as I'm concerned, anyhow.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. We're going to talk about I'm going to talk about the way I see the individual level a little later on, and I've got no surprise there, but I've got a fairly critical view on it and how it influences my leadership. But yeah, we'll get to that. Thanks very much. For now, I said I wasn't going to do any tools or tactics, because I trust that you guys know everything that you need to know, and I'll take us to our first exercise. Give me a minute. Piece of shit.
God, let's hope I remember this.
Remember what?
Is UJ here yet? Not UJ, Juan.
Don't recall seeing him come in, mate.
One is right in front of me.
He's there.
Oh,
I
is
was
there?
wondering if his
Yeah.
Nice.
T-file's working.
It is.
Lovely. It's good to know.
One. This one actual comsec channel 5.
1-1 channel 5.
Alpha.
Bravo.
Charlie.
Yeah, let's sort those call signs out on the C tab. There's still someone as 1-2 Alpha. We need you as 1-1 Charlie. Do you know how that works?
Yes.
All right, great. While you figure that out, we are currently located at Compound Zulu near the town of Panagia in the southeast of Altus. The sort of setting for all of these exercises is there's an insurgents of hybrid warfare guys going on here, and they're landing on the coast and they're trying to infiltrate, and they've landed on the southeastern bit, and now they're trying to push northwest along the MSR. Your task, 1-1, is going to be to defend this compound until I tell you otherwise. Any questions?
How much of us do you want in the compound? There's a good hill over there.
I think the order is defend the compound. I don't think you need to worry about the hill over there.
Well, I mean, it's 3 teams. That's a lot of people to have in 2 buildings.
Yeah, but there's ample opportunity for us to stay in the same area to be able to.
Any questions first?
Yeah, that's right.
You're going to make me do this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not interacting with that at all. Is there anything you need to know to fulfill this task?
Let me look at the C tab. I can see the direction that they're likely coming from. A week off is a... Yeah. Why don't you take this one, Phil? Show me how it's done.
Not today. Right, take care of yourselves and see you soon.
Fuck's sake.
You got 2 obvious choices and 2 teams. Do that first, and then you think about the third one moving around this compound to find that next position.
1-1, listen up.
Alpha.
Bravo.
Charlie.
We are going to be defending this compound from insurgents ingressing from the southeast. I'm going to have Alpha garrison this construction site off to my north. You go for that now. Bravo, you're going to take this 2-story building.
Come on, Bravo.
You're probably going to need some guys outside for that. Charlie, wait 1.
Charlie copies. Taking cover behind the little wall. Guys, take cover behind that wall next to cross.
Middle wall.
You're watching out that way.
Where's an idiot fall?
We should go to that house. That'd be a good spot.
UJ, keep the AT up here as well. It's been rough.
Keep us up here, mate.
I don't like to put Charlie.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Pat, do you reckon I go on the wall or do you go lay down?
That way.
Charlie, follow me.
Copy that. Charlie on me. Jogging weapons down. Call him.
I think just have that bit more height advantage.
I'm with Cross today. Aww.
I know, man. I'm gonna try and keep a positive
that.
attitude.
Southeast.
What's my retreat action? If in case I need
You'll
it.
have garrison from the 2 elevated positions, so you should be able to move
Anyone
under
got entrenching?
cover of fire back to the
Oh, you got one.
It's a wall there.
yeah, the wall behind
Copy
there.
that.
Yeah.
Can I make up some trenches?
Yeah.
We don't have any
absolutely
tools.
fine.
Vehicles
Okay.
southeast moving towards us far. They're moving along the road.
Cross, stay here. Sokada, do you have any entrenching tools?
I'm looking. Nope.
Damn.
No, rifleman job or something.
Wait, hang on. Do I have? I don't
It's
know.
AGs and riflemen.
I just set up on this wall however we can, boys.
No, it's fine. But we need to watch our flank. Maybe they'll come through here. Maybe the village is behind Chinese.
Send.
Wrong net. That was the wrong net. Burst.
This is Alpha. 2 vehicles inbound. We are clear to fire. Are we good to engage?
Yeah, engage.
You don't have any questions for you folks.
Nope.
None of us do.
Charlie, on second thoughts, I'm going to have you move back to this wall here and set up with a southeast and southwest cover. I think the wall loops around to the right as well, so you can...
this wall over here, next to this
Retreat!
house. Okay. Rifleman and machine gun, I want you looking southeast. Sakata with me looking south.
They're on right side of the vehicle that just blew up.
Alpha, this is 1-1 actual.
Alpha.
Be advised, I've got nothing covering your flank here northeast, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, good copy. We've got 1 man watching.
Bravo, this is actual.
I'm flagged. I'm gonna go inside now.
Be advised, I've got Charlie on your right side covering southwest flank.
Roger that. See them. We're facing just directly southeast, so they're not in our line of sight.
You're not hitting anything, Scully.
Sorry, Charlie, you might not see much action.
We have infantry contact east on the hilltop by the windmill.
Probably, yeah.
Straight east.
Contact straight east.
Reference.
Feel free to engage small arms fire.
BRB, I need to watch. Sorry.
Contacts
got
east,
icon?
northeast, up the hill.
Fox, that's going to be about 330 if you can engage.
Where?
From the direct east. If you want to come out here, direct east. Oh, they just dealt with them.
No, they got.
Yeah, they just
two guys.
Contact south medium distance between the 2 broken buildings directly south of Alpha.
Charlie copies, be advised, we have limited view because of foliage and buildings.
That's skeleton,
Infantry
not
contact directly south in the town, 100 meters from us.
Stone wall south, I think. Tracer's coming in.
Yell up.
It's fine.
Infantry on the road, 600 meters out. Just
Oh, straight southwest. Incoming. We have a small team coming in from the southwest, about 200 meters. Mid. Oh, get out here. Or there, yeah, just there.
Ah, no,
He's still up.
I don't know where he is. Where is he?
Ox, take the fall.
Bravo's got contact southeast, single man at the moment.
Ross, you good?
Alpha, status of contact.
Alpha has destroyed technical cresting hill to the east. We're currently engaging BRDM southeast down the road.
Copy.
Or 25 actually, I think.
Oh, we need some dispersion, I think. That's the down of the wall.
Technically, he's down.
I wonder when the mortar strikes come in
Yeah.
to displace us.
Suppress
1-1 listener. Alpha. Bravo.
Charlie.
We're going to be withdrawing to the north-northwest to CTAB marker 0625. I'm going to have Charlie on point, followed by Bravo, followed by Alpha. What's everyone's current status of contact?
Charlie's mostly out of contact, just sporadic single infantryman popping up from time to time.
Bravo is extremely sporadic, you know, the rare infantryman, but at this point I don't think there's anything out there.
Alpha has light but constant fire from both southeast and northeast.
Copy that. If Charlie can take point, followed by Bravo, Alpha, I will let you collapse in 30 seconds.
Charlie leading, copy that. You want us to start moving?
Go time now.
Alright, guys on me, column.
Contact west,
up. Go rear, boys.
Alright, everyone come down here.
Yep.
And...
Guys, we're gonna double time it through those walls. Go.
Yeah. Running.
Well, actually, this is Charlie. You want me to set up down on these walls and provide cover fire?
Yeah, copy that.
Put it in full of lead.
Charlie set.
Are we bounding?
No.
No.
Contact rear.
It's just my way of saying we're ready.
Bravo moving to
Where are we
CTAB.
falling back to? Oh, okay. Alright, C-tabs.
We got incoming fire from the southwest and from possibly the northeast, so your eyes open, boys.
Bravo, once you get over to the CTAB marker, set up facing northeast.
Roger that, northeast.
Bearing 210.
Actual Alpha will be good to move.
Yep, feel free to collapse in. Set up facing southeast.
Contact northeast on top of hill.
Yeah. My last call.
Oh, left side. Right side of the building one. Not one. About 50 farther in front of the.
There's one further in the
Actual Alpha.
Send.
We're with
Facing southeast.
Blue and red building.
Exercise complete, exercise complete.
Oh, never mind.
That was a nice little battle, that.
Regroup in the center.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so when I asked to teach people leadership, all you guys want to learn is tools, so this is your opportunity to talk about tools and teach each other, since training is leadership, so lead.
Does anyone have any questions regarding what just happened? Any ideas of what might have not been going on or what might have been going on?
I have questions about the extract, the final bit.
Hit us. Come on.
I just feel like we kind of stayed in our position and then got, not left behind, but Alpha and Bravo were a lot closer together, so they obviously collapsed together and then moved, and we were kind of just stuck in that house, even in contact still, so, yeah.
How do we move under fire?
Pardon?
How do we move under fire?
What a maneuver.
Yeah, okay. would we then want to conduct fire maneuver as a team, or do we just want the other teams to cover us?
I don't know. What do you guys think? This is about you. What do you think?
Well, I'd like you guys to cover us as we move back, but you weren't in a good position.
I think both Bravo and, well, I know for a fact Bravo, but I don't know about Charlie, but we had no enemies. So us covering you, we can't see what we need to be covering you from. I think.
No, I know, as in, when you guys were sat here.
Yeah, we were sat here.
Yeah,
we were
taking
up
fire
there.
from that hill, and we couldn't move out the building, so...
I found something here I can sort of high level engage with. So we've had a couple of leadership tools, right? So something to eat, something to drink, that's sort of the tool category. Another category that we could spend 10 hours talking about, at least from my perspective, I could talk at you about it, is language. So I think Smith's sort of insecurity about that situation could have been helped by a certain use of language. I want to note at this point the term collapse, which I don't know if that's something that we've standardized on. Something that we have standardized upon is bounding Overwatch. But even if you're not using standardized terms, you can constantly reaffirm this division of labor approach that was obviously employed here and employed well, by the way, by just talking about it. Right? So you can tell Smith's team to bound back, and you can reinforce that idea by telling him that the other two teams will be covering, and you can say maybe which way they are covering. And this is one way how leaders can use language to show people that they are in fact cooperating. That this is the point, right? This is about values. Smith is saying, hey, I got the impression that we didn't follow one of the group's core values here. This was all on us, wasn't it? No, it wasn't, but I can see how that impression came up. And this is what I mean with core values, is they inform our leadership. And they did so, but they weren't expressed verbally, and that caused some insecurity, I think. Is this maybe a fair interpretation of what's going on here?
Yeah, I guess. Well, it wasn't more that they were not helping, it was more that we didn't really get a call to come, so we just kind of sat and defended, but yeah.
I felt, and I don't know if it's the same with you, Smith, that I was expecting a specific call for tactics in this case. That's why I expected one team to start bounding and then cover the other teams as they came up. But it sort of felt like we're all going at the same time.
Yeah, I think that was done
that's
to
what it felt
communication again. Because when I heard collapsing, I thought you two teams were running back to the objective, and we were staying here and covering you as you went, and then we'd swap. But I don't get much. Yeah, that's fine though.
Yeah,
a little
sorry,
thing.
That was a poor choice of words on my part.
Yeah, words are important, and connected to how important words are is one of UJ's core values is simplification, standardization. Standardize as much as you can. All of you should know the standard sort of phrases and words that we use. They're there for you. They're extremely helpful. Feel free to use them. They help. They genuinely do. Make your life easier.
On the other hand, despite my poor wording, Charlie and Bravo did exactly what was right, as in Charlie came over here, set up, and then Bravo. So fantastic for being intuitive, you two. And sorry to Alpha for not calling you to come in after I maybe slightly zoned out.
That's all right.
I think there was a slight problem with the call as well, in that when you said to come over here, I think Nord understood, and I think the team itself understood what the action was, but the problem was that we were told to come here, but not what the approach was going to be. That flowed down to Nord, who didn't actually tell us how we were approaching this because I don't think he was clear on his own. Not a criticism on Nord, but I think it was just an indication of kind of what happened is we weren't clear on how exactly we were getting to the spot.
On feet.
Yeah, in my head, we're just running. that's all I was thinking. We're just gonna wait until Charlie gets here, and then we'll run over. It's not that far. It's not like we've got to trek a kilometer. That's what I was thinking in my head. If I didn't, if that didn't translate over to the way that you guys were thinking, then I do apologize for that one. But in my head, I was just simply on my feet. Let's just go for a fucking run.
What was the actual order?
There was no bound. There was not. It was not
not
like
yours, but the squad order. What was the squad order?
It was Alpha Bravo collapse on the CTAB marker and Alpha move after.
And then as the teams approached, they were assigned a sector and a position around the CTAB marker.
Yeah. I don't know where the CTAB marker was.
It's
people
right here.
People know. Yeah. Another fair point is sort of awareness. We all have different levels of awareness, and it's another tool I can probably go on the map is awareness. Yeah. Interesting regardless. I find that you guys are maybe overly critical, which I find interesting, as it sort of embodies one of our core values of continuous improvement, which I like. But I just want to point out that everything you did here was very successful, and it was a sensible employment of tactics and cooperation. So I think if there's no other sort of points you want to make, we can leave it at that and call this a success and take away the points that we made so far. Is that all right?
Yep.
Yep.
Fantastic. I should probably resupply us, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I barely shot anything, so.
Let's see if this works.
Two-way stocks.
Oh!
Wow. What's that?
Ow.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Slowly
I'm losing so much blood right now.
You're not. You got a fucking paper cut. Fucking hell. Everything is bright yellow. Fucking hell, man.
I'm losing so much blood.
Got fucking.
It's the time of
got a
the
scrape
month.
on your pinky.
You guys have about 5 seconds to reselect your kit before I move us away.
Oh, it's the medium machine gunner, right?
You're a rifleman.
Damn it.
Yes, Cat. My memory is going.
We know. We
Have
can
you
tell.
guys noticed that you don't have the custom 5.56?
What?
Because they took like 5-6 rounds to drop in the chest.
All right, I'll move us along. So, UJ hinted at the fact that this is not just about me. This is also about how I perceive people around me, the individuals around me. So what we need to do as leaders, I think, is take a good long look at player behaviors. And see whether we can make any generalizations about it. So let's ask ourselves, why are we here? What is it that we're actually doing? And let's break it down to very, very simple things. Right. So what we do here is we come here to press buttons. We point and click, and we talk while doing it. Now, why are we doing this? Because we're apes. We are Stone Age beings. We derive some sort of audiovisual stimulation from it that we find gratifying. But we find it gratifying in slightly different ways. So, and this is my very subjective view, and you're welcome to disagree with it and take sort of a more friendly look on it. But
really nice way to explain autism.
It's something very different from that. But the point that I want to make is that in my experience, players have a tendency to make up their own goals and purposes along the lines of what it is they find most gratifying. And then as a result, they lose focus. So what then usually happens is, and this is not really good for leaders, is that they are prone to unpredictable or selfish actions. And another thing that sort of we can conclude from that is that fairly often, on regular occasions, several times a minute probably, we reject each other's values. This is something that we do, and it's not, you know, a big issue, and this is not something that take a good long hard look at yourself and correct your behaviors. This is just, you know, examining reality. This is just the way that it is, right? So we can put this in a box and say this is what players usually do. Now the problem is that this creates tension or entropy with the value system, and I find that this is something that leaders often struggle with. Myself personally, very much so when I was starting out, is that I found that players didn't behave in the way that I expected or wanted them to. This is part of what UJ mentioned earlier, is there's individuals here, and we have to get them to cooperate, and they might have a thing or two to say about that. So this is sort of my idea of what player behavior does to leadership. It creates tension. It's like a sense of entropy. We drift apart as we play, especially as missions go on, very intense missions. Minds are just, you know, turned to mush, and this is when entropy occurs. So we need to manage that. Hang on. All right, that was my second talking point. Does anyone want to say anything about that?
How do we correct this entropy?
That is a very good question.
I think on here it's a little bit different to how you would normally do it in real life, because I remember the way that they fixed my entropy in the army was beating the shit out of me. But I can't really come over to your house and beat the shit out of you.
Exactly.
So...
We don't have that option. Yes, Arma is not real life. Correct.
So I don't really. I guess we're all just trying to fight for the same goal. So just working together.
Are we though?
Well, we should be. That's why we're here.
Effectively, we are not. I promise you that. We are not here for the same motivations. What Oxman finds gratifying audiovisual stimulation is different from yours. We do not have the same ideas. We have different value systems. Some people who make missions want balance. Smith wants challenge, more challenge. So we disagree all the time. We disagree all the time. Constantly, we disagree. Right, so the question is valid nonetheless, and I don't have a good answer for it. Is how do we correct for that? Yeah, so if any of you have any ideas about that, I'd be very interested in it.
Use your words.
Mutual respect of the other individual.
Reward system.
Reward system. That is going primate levels, isn't it? Here, have a banana.
You want to kill shit? You do what we say.
Oxman, how do you manage disagreement? How do you manage this sort of entropy that occurs?
In my team?
Generally speaking, as a leader. Or when you have a disagreement with, when you're leading a platoon, when you have a disagreement with a squad leader, or when you're leading a squad with a team leader.
Tell them to follow my orders.
You shout at people, correct. So Oxman's solution is to just shout at people a lot. And it's something that I've tried, and it doesn't really work for me. There's this sort of concept that goes around in the group, or in the, at least in the NCO core, which is to lead by example, which is a bit, it's a bit cheesy, but this is sort of what I tend to do because it aligns more with my core values that I've laid out in the beginning. It's this sort of idealistic approach. I have an idea about how I want things to be, and I try to impress that by using my willpower to structure reality, which is obviously a very heady approach. I mean, Oxford just shouts at people, right? So that's two possible approaches. Maybe someone has like a very effective, kind approach, right? It's nice to people. Hey, would you like to follow my orders, please? Because you like me so much, right? So this is where it gets very, very social, right? There could be a lot of ways to encounter this, and this is probably a big part of becoming a leader and growing as a leader, is finding a way to manage that tension. And it's probably going to be your own. I haven't got a picture perfect solution that works every time for you. So Nords, if you have learned that concept of shouting at people, it works for Oxman. So
I
may as well.
I don't like the shouting one. I tend to just go off the
Right.
we'll have a conversation about it later if you don't like what I'm saying.
Right.
Once it's all calmed down, I think that's quite useful.
Diplomatic approach.
Which aligns with the GOL values and code of conduct sort of way of looking at it, yeah. But still, I think in the situation you would have to accept that someone doesn't agree with you or doesn't quote unquote obey you, right? That could happen, of course.
If
Out
I
of
may,
curiosity, have you ever had to ask someone why they're not engaging with your leadership skills? Just out of curiosity.
What do you mean, me?
Yeah, yes, you and
oh yes, yes,
and
loads.
Smith and
Loads.
Nords.
This happens all the time, UJ.
Really?
It's happened with you as well, yes. I've had situations like that with you, yes.
No, you're just
Yeah,
asking
that answers the
if
question.
you've asked people, hey, why don't you vibe with my style of leadership? Where are we crossing the paths?
Oh, I don't know. That's a more difficult question, I guess. I was trying to think of examples. So
what-
I definitely have.
the most salient examples, I think that was before the time of most of these pupils, was because I'm Dutch and I'm autistic, right? So the autism argument is something that you hear a lot, right? Which frankly I find silly, right? Properly autistic people wouldn't be playing this game. They're not capable of playing this game because this is a social experience. The social part of it is part of its attractiveness. Properly autistic people wouldn't see that attractiveness and they'd be playing something else. I guarantee you that. Besides, also, we're not trained professionals. We don't handle that kind of stuff. So we probably, as a group, wouldn't be able to receive those people. But that's probably one of the salient examples where I actually had to talk with someone, like, what's going on with you? Why isn't this working out? And the answer is, hey, I'm autistic. And yeah, what do you do with that, right? How do you solve that tension? You don't. You just don't. It won't go together. It won't happen. But I think Sanj had something he wanted to mention.
well, maybe there's a lot of ways to handle this entropy, but maybe I could have posed the question better: what not to do? What certainly won't work with, let's say, with alignment with our values, how not to correct behavior, or how not to. That could be something we could agree on.
It's difficult because that, again, would be very subjective, I think.
I don't think we've reached a point where we have these issues like the like you say that I shout a lot, for example. I don't feel like I do. I mean, I roleplay a little bit, but I don't think that anyone's lately, at least, had like a real dramatic moment when someone's like really having a go at each other.
No. But I just want to make clear that this is something that happens all the time. It doesn't have to be, a proper fight that you have with someone. It's just something that occurs naturally all the time, constantly. And it will occur in this next exercise as well, guarantee.
I myself, I find it really challenging, and I end up going a lot quieter, and struggle to reposition myself during a situation like that.
Yeah.
Which then affects the team. Thankfully, I haven't had that in a very long time now, but it's a real struggle.
And it's completely normal. Again, this will happen to you, and also I think your response to it is normal.
It's teaching.
It's not something that
teaching
you
leadership.
figure
So we're
out
talking
at some
about
point. You can be doing this for 10 years, which I
idealism
think I might be
and cavemen.
not too soon, but I still freeze. I'm still an introvert, so I have a lot of trouble interacting with people. No, I'm not autistic. I got checked, by the way. I'm not autistic, but social situations are difficult for me. This right here is difficult for me, standing in front of people and talking about my very personal experiences, and this will happen to you. I know this isn't, a solution, but I feel like it can be helpful to just bring it out in the open and make it something that we engage with, other than, bounding training, which doesn't teach us anything about leadership as a concept. It just teaches us what to shout at people at what point in time, and that's not enough, I find. And with that, and checking our watch, as we are all doing, of course, I'd like to take us to our next exercise. We are located near the area of Gori on the western coast, east of it on elevation 223. Follow me. Follow me over here, actually.
Oh, we have land now. Where the fuck is land?
What?
Good luck. Have fun.
Now I can't see. Oh, there it is.
Why was I kidnapped?
EJ, have you got your view range turned up far enough?
I have now.
Yeah, of course, a louder voice, like commanding voice. That
One,
works.
listen up.
Like, I don't think that I need to yell.
Alpha.
I think it's just.
Bravo. Charlie.
If you know what you want, it's people just.
We're going to be moving
maybe it's
in
because
squad column to waypoint 1. Alpha on point, Bravo
direction.
second, Charlie in the rear.
They
Go
want to
time
be
is
playing
now.
in a team, but they don't know how.
On me.
Stream audio generally a little low. What do you mean? Which side?
Column.
My
Charlie,
microphone. What?
Oh, squad column.
Stream audio. Are you sure it's not you? Are you maxing it out? Are you maxing out your stuff? Hey?
Cool. I'll stay with
An
that.
in a moment thing. What do you mean?
You need go.
Go.
Anybody's AFK, don't worry about it. Just keep going.
What the fuck? I'm
Stick
always
with,
on the back.
You bleed, boys.
Contacts coming in south.
Ooh,
Contact west. Tree line opposite hill.
I mean, like, come on, guys, orders. What are we doing? Are we just running through contact? What's happening?
Charlie, form a line facing west on me. Going down, start engaging.
We're shooting over fucking friendlies. Don't do that.
Engaging contact west.
Copy. Good call.
We need orders. Wait for him. Oh,
Right,
it's
guys,
flank.
let's reposition to the right of the rest of the squad over there. Hold fire, start moving.
Come on, Dad.
Charlie, set up here.
What are you writing me about, lad?
Grab a tree.
Oh.
1-1, listen up. Alpha. Bravo.
Charlie.
We're gonna bound to the road. Alpha, you're gonna have first bound, followed by Bravo, followed by Charlie.
I don't
Alpha
know.
Club is
I own
bounding
the
west
game
to
at
the road.
0 decibels. Wait, if I'm on
Class 2, you can start now.
Yep.
Because I got -3 on my microphone. Because I'm seeing it goes up to the yellow, right? So I'm not quite sure if it should be louder. I don't know.
Alpha down.
Get ready to bound, boys.
Alpha's set.
Bravo bounding.
Are we bounding to?
That's actually a good
Towards the
question
road.
because I've never done bonding with three teams.
Well, you just wait. I mean,
Bravo
it's
down.
like, yeah, there you go. Now it's your turn. That's it.
Charlie bonding. Bravo set.
But where are we going? No.
Final towards the road.
Contact north-northwest, opposite hill.
Charlie down.
400 meters
Yeah,
out,
retrievers.
tree line.
Trying to get through a tree.
Charlie set.
Alpha bounding.
Say again, contact north-northwest, 400 meters out, tree line.
Be advised, Charlie has no eyes. We're on the deflay.
On. Alpha down.
Alpha team lead done. 1-1 cease bounded.
Oh. I mean on phone. Yeah, 80%. I don't know. I think this
Alpha
has always
set,
been
casualties back up.
Sunday ops.
Sorry.
1-1 resume bounding.
Bravo bounding.
Charlie, get ready to bound.
Bravo down.
Contact southwest, opposite hill, 600 meters out, just about cresting.
Bravo set. Charlie bounding.
Move. West.
Alpha, contact, west-southwest, down the hill, tree line in front of us, 200 meters.
Charlie down.
Get down over here. We don't have any more trouble.
Charlie set.
Alpha's bounding.
Alpha bound towards the southwest now, heading towards that contact. Once you've completed that bound, hold for until Bravo and Charlie have made it to the road.
Alpha down.
Set up a squad line on your right side.
Yeah, Alpha copies all. Alpha set.
Good.
Bravo, Charlie, continue bounding down to the road.
Bravo bounding. Bravo down.
We're gonna be bounding a little bit more to the northwest, so west-northwest. Get ready.
Bravo set. Charlie bounding.
Oh.
Charlie down. Charlie set. Bravo bounding.
You good, Oaks?
Bravo down.
Down. Alpha's got man down.
Don't we need to call on that?
Cease Bravo set. Cease bounding,
Oh no,
sorry.
he disconnected, he didn't die.
Charlie, this is Bravo.
Send for Charlie.
Back up. Where we are at the moment, it's not very good position to be able to see out. If you want to just bound all the way to the road this time, and then we can follow you up there.
If 1-1 actual allows it.
Bravo, Charlie, let's peel back towards Alpha. Charlie, peel first.
Copy that, Charlie peeling.
Alright, boys, let's go south.
Contact down west.
Alpha, be advising, we're gonna be
Charlie set
peeling
up on the,
right behind
the
you.
right side of Alpha.
Crossing, cat.
Okay, that's, yeah, 4 words on my part.
Charlie down.
Don't say that way, mate. What way's that?
Fine, take your time.
Contact apparently southeast above us. This is Alpha.
Don't nade up.
Charlie set.
Grab the
Bravo
tree board,
peeling.
we got contacts from southeast right now.
I will take the 3 southeast.
We have a man down, Eric.
I hear him, but I don't see him.
Bravo, move it. Continue peeling.
Incoming fire, possibly from west-southwest. Yeah, confirms west-southwest, or
Bravo
direct
down.
west.
Bravo set. Yeah, I know. I'm really fucking confused right now.
Fox, if you want to fire against that, it's 340. Or, sorry, 380.
You're right, Sam. Sorry we didn't notice you were down. It's alright. If we all just
MSR,
stick
right in front
together
of you.
closer, then we can all and just do.
One, listen up.
Alpha.
Oh, Bravo.
Charlie.
We're going to do a squad column on me. Alpha, Bravo, then Charlie. Go times now.
Contact low ground west.
Confirm, you want us to just start running.
Yep.
Copy that, waiting on you, Bravo.
Wait, we just got an injury at the moment.
Contact southwest, direct front of squad in the valley.
Right, let's go. We're
Alpha on me.
What did he
Charlie,
say?
get ready to move.
Just go to the right.
Alpha face
We're just
southwest,
running
south hill.
behind Bravo and
Come on.
Alpha. Let's go. On me.
Bravo moving.
Jogging weapon, double time.
We're going to be going southwest. Bravo set up on the left of Alpha. Charlie set up in the. Wait one.
God damn it. You're fine, bros. Take that. Wedge. Line.
That's right. If you want to take,
like a
yeah.
triangle.
Wedge.
No. Their squads would be.
We all up, yeah.
Oh.
Can you just keep eyes on the southwest?
I forgot.
Or west-southwest in here, just in case.
That's mate.
Not a problem.
Just kind of like 250.
Contact
One,
southwest.
listen up.
Alpha.
Bravo.
Charlie.
We're going to be moving along this defilade down the road towards waypoint 1. Alpha and Bravo are going to be in a squad line. Charlie in reserve. How copy?
Alpha copy, squad line to waypoint 1.
Bravo squad line to waypoint.
Charlie in reserve. Interrogative. Are we to stop and engage whenever we get shot at, or we just keep moving?
We will assess that at the time. These shots from 300-400 meters out are highly inaccurate. We can keep moving.
Alright, Alpha, let's get ready to move.
Alright, boys. On me, we'll be forming a wedge, jogging weapons
Going in a line.
down.
Walking, I think, at the moment.
Alpha's moving.
Bravo's moving.
Walking.
Yes, please.
Kind of don't have space yet.
I don't really want to get up into the MSR.
Perfect, let's just push up a little bit this way. So
Alpha actual. Alpha.
Jesus Christ.
Send.
We're a bit cramped here on the right side. What can we do about that? Can we extend out left a bit more?
Yeah, Bravo, shift over to the left slightly to make some room for Alpha.
Right, Scale, I just...
Contact defilade southwest.
Here, boys. Check your sectors. Team 1, watch the northwest. Team 2, watch the southeast and northeast.
Alpha Bravo status of contact.
Contact clear, I think. Waiting to stop
Keep moving.
Exercise complete. Exercise complete. Stand by for teleport.
Ooh. Good job, boys.
Ding, 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 ding.
Guys are doing good. No, come back here.
First, come. It's alright, mate.
Come back.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How did we get on?
Hold on, we have to go.
I think we should ask that question.
It was okay.
First, yeah.
First did a very good job. It just, we didn't quite make it there, but we were on the right track.
3 teams is hard.
Yes.
3 teams is hard. 3 teams is a factor, definitely. But I'd be interested in what maybe you guys think what the reasons were why you didn't make it there. Did you think it was enough time?
Yeah,
yes.
Enough time, but we were loitering
to an extent.
so long.
I think you expected more of an assault.
Did we think that the enemy was overwhelmingly strong?
No.
No.
Just so you guys know, there were never more than 8 enemies.
We got too
Static
bogged down
positions.
in face-to-face confrontations when we should have moved on and let them pass.
When you're
Maneuvering
engaged, you're
effectively.
engaged. You can't change that fact easily, especially not in this case. And why was that so difficult? I'm looking
There's not
for
much
a
cover.
specific point.
Because we were in very open terrain.
Terrain. This is a terrain exercise. Join me over here. Let's take it in. So what Verse did was opt for a direct approach. What do we think about that? Give it give it a minute. Take it all in. Look around. Open up your C tabs or maps. Elevation 223. Oh, actually, let me circle that so everyone knows where the starting point is. Yeah, exactly.
Looking back at this, if I stopped and thought about it for 30 seconds, I would have gone southwest up onto this hill.
Oh, I would have done the opposite. I would have gone right northwest, but down with the trees into the ditch, and then along the ditch.
That's where we did go.
Okay,
I would have done
went
what
straight
Mike
down the open.
There's a
opened
point
it
on
there.
the map. There's a point on the map in the sort of tool section on the right, which is crucial. It's awareness. Awareness is not just, where are my guys and where is the enemy, but it's also an understanding of terrain. And we can derive something from this, like a maxim, like a rule, which is first think, then act. The direct way may seem the fastest. In combat, it
You're not even.
usually
Oh, there it
isn't.
is. Fuck, why is it private red? Oh. There you go.
What was it that made your position so difficult? The one that you ended up in?
Like a couple.
You were kind of stuck here on the hillside without any cover.
There is no cover on a forward slope.
Yeah.
Forward slopes are the deadliest place to be. Yeah. So we're starting off in a situation that's almost all forward slope. So we need to get off that somehow. So this would be sort of my preferred way, would be getting off the high ground as quickly and as safely as possible. Yeah. I'm liking the black route that someone put down. Is that Mike? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the fastest way off the high ground, using the least forward slope with the best cover. And then you've got sort of the lowest point approach all the way there. That's an ideal route. Yeah. This is a bit of terrain analysis. And it's
Your terrain analysis on the blue route, why would you not choose that one?
Is it because this is a forward slope here?
And you can't say it's just it's never you're never gonna get the perfect response every time.
Oh yeah.
You just, as Phil keeps saying, I don't know, in a different training, you got to make a choice. You can't freeze, especially in reaction to contact.
I think
Just
our
gotta do
position,
something.
what we were doing, I think it would be crucial for us to keep bounding until we were fully on the defilade and not peel back up the hill into lack of cover.
That's a result of poor language again.
Is it? In what way?
Yes. I actually wanted them to peel around Bravo and then set up on the right side of Alpha in the defilade still, but I poorly languaged that, and
I don't think you did. I think Alpha and Bravo and Charlie were there in the defilade.
So it was a result, as Skelly really helped me out there, is that I didn't give cardinal direction on where Charlie were going to be looking.
So.
And so they assumed, rightfully so, that we were fighting up this hill rather than fighting towards the compound.
Even before that, because you had Nune's done it on the map quite well. You've got Bravo Charlie there. We were stuck here on this hillside. Instead of telling us to push down into the defilade, you brought Charlie round here like this, and then Bravo up like this.
Yeah,
which
we actually
all
like
in
did
one
this.
Place.
Yeah, we did this.
Can I give Verst an out here and say that Verst was suffering from incredibly difficult analysis paralysis.
Yeah,
there was
like
that's
going
yeah.
on.
No,
there was a lot to
not judging,
process. It
not
was
judging
very
at all.
difficult. No, for sure. But like it was basically in that situation, Verst needed sort of I don't know how you describe it, but like
a minute,
almost like a comfort play that he could call. So
maybe
that
a small push.
Not even like something way more simple than that, which is what the squad column into the defilade was. Something really basic where he doesn't have to explain anything. It just gets him back in the mindset.
Very interesting way of putting it. Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
No, I think this is an insanely interesting outcome, and you guys have very interesting stuff to say about it. I just want to commend you on defaulting to fire and maneuver. That is an action that is the sort of that's the multi-tool that works every time, and if it doesn't work, you probably have different problems. So that's all good. It's all good. I need to move this along because I want to give you more game time. So bear with 1 second.
My second time leading the squad, so
You did very good first.
no, I didn't. I did terrible.
I
but
think
that's part of learning.
I don't want to talk
I
into you.
gave way worse than
Being nervous is normal.
in the beginning when I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to keep speaking to you because I know you like sit and think, and it doesn't help if I talk at you. But yeah.
I wasn't
We could've
listening,
just
I'll be
pushed.
honest. I won't lie.
Okay, let me just try and quickly conclude this. So we've talked about sort of background, high-level stuff, but what do leaders actually do? And I would argue, you're always free to disagree, I would argue that what we do is we make decisions in order to generate outcomes. So let me put that down. We make decisions that then generate outcomes. There's a few things that go into that. So our decisions are usually definitions of goals. Take, for example, that Verst wanted to push down to the road. That wasn't the mission. The mission was to go to waypoint 1, but he defined a goal. And we should do a whole lot of that, these sort of goals, intermediate goals. That's what leaders do. We should do that constantly. In doing so, what we also do is we balance risk against reward. Balancing risk against reward. Then we achieve the outcomes by employing, and this is from a textbook, employing the physical means in space and time. This is what we call tactics. It's physical means in space and time. It's the definition of tactics. And then we have outcomes. And for those outcomes, we bear responsibility for everyone, right? Even if I don't know, if Sakata fucks up, his team leader bears responsibility.
Yep.
And this is the definition of the actions that we make, and it's fairly simple, like compared to a value system and to the infinitely complex player behaviors. This is simple. I would argue this is a simple analysis of the stuff that leaders do. Our value system informs our concept of leadership. It's how we do this. We do
Who's
this
the
with
instructor
people.
in this
Obviously, we need
screenshot?
people that we can lead, and they have behaviors that might not agree with our value system or the group's value system. And then we go ahead and we make decisions by defining goals and balancing risk and reward. Then we have gameplay, that's tactics, that's physical means, space and time. And then we have some sort of outcome. We succeed or we fail, and then we bear the responsibility for that. I heard that, like, a quote today, I don't know, it's the Second World War stuff, I think Patton or something. Victory has many fathers, but a defeat is an orphan. It shouldn't be like this, right? So this goes back all the way to the value system. Is if we fail, we want to continuously improve. As leaders, we should have integrity. We should have enough integrity to bear the responsibility for failure, not only for our own, but also for other people. And this is my sort of my lecture, and that's been it. Anything you guys want to say at this point, or on the whole of it? Talking to you guys through a shrubbery.
Strawberry. Well, apart from a massive thank you for the insight, I would imagine that a lot of the leaders and leaders to be should take a lot away with today. Even I found it fascinating, and I'm nowhere near a leader.
100 years old.
You just started this exercise with saying that you are.
But you are, UJ. You are a leader. Leadership manifests in weird ways in this group. You don't have to take a team leader role to be a leader in this group, and I hope that there's more people like UJ that hang on and influence the group, lead it to a better place, as you have done. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, there's always one positive voice in the feedback in every single mission. Always.
We are located at Objective Yankee on the northern coast. We'll conclude the session here. The job is to find a landing site, which obviously will be somewhere near the shore, and 1x weapons cache, which will be located in some structure. This is it. Go do some leadership. Take too much time to rearm, and I can actually find the fucking gear crate and not kill someone with it.
No, that was me. I spawned one from the air, and it bounced on your box into Sukada's face.
Would I suggest
That's essentially what happened.
looking at the landing site first, because I think the weapons will be nearby. This is my best guess, but I don't want to influence anything, just because there's a lot of buildings.
There's another small building above 8.
Ah, Sukada backseat leading!
That's thank you for that, Mike. Can you now delete all of that?
I was going to say, that's a lot of markers.
That makes my brain hurt.
We're going to be going squad column on me. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, in that order. Heading north. Go time now.
Wait, Verse, have you rearmed?
I don't need to rearm.
Oh, you didn't shoot.
Verse doesn't shoot bullets.
He shoots men.
What the fuck? Who said to that comment? What the fuck? Right, Bravo, let's go.
Here the men boys on me, column, jogging, weapons down.
Columna. Columna.
Oh, shit. That's not very nice. He's just come back from the place. He's returned.
Get back here, Sukada.
He's got called back up.
You and me, we're second-class citizens. We're in the back of the line.
Yeah, but that's an assistant gunner not be in front of you.
Be very quiet.
No, I don't want to be at the end. That's what. I don't want to be. I'm the only brown guy here. It would be unfair, man. At least I need to get some DEI up until this this here spot here. Yeah. Overtake Cross. He's now second class. Or he's last class. Oh, he's lying shit too. Oh, it's me.
Oh god.
Stuff is spawning in.
On one hold.
That's a nice looking grenade when that happened. Oh, there we go. Maybe we'll...
Contact northeast.
Bravo set up on the left side of Alpha facing north. Charlie set up on the right side facing north.
Left side facing north. Bravo.
Charlie right side.
That sounds like a squad line.
Alternatively, northeast, northeast.
Contact down. Sorry, engage.
I'm going
Contact
right.
northeast,
You guys are
300
taking
meters. Tree
Push a
line.
little bit more.
Pushing more.
One actually
Oh, I see
strong.
one.
Be advised, we have little to no cover here, so we're hunkering down.
Copy that, Charlie. Peel around the back side and set up on the left side of Bravo.
Copy that, Charlie. Peeling.
Forward. To your left.
Bravo,
That's a lot of fun.
we're getting contact from the northwest, is Bravo.
Why is the server
Copy
dying?
that, Bravo. Charlie's going to be setting up on your left side here at the walls. Watch your fire.
Charlie down.
Set up here, boys. Let's go.
We're running.
I'm hit. Managing.
Charlie set.
Ooh, holy crap. Ow. Oh.
I can't fucking see him.
Bravo, Alpha, listen up.
Are you good?
Alpha. Bravo. We're going to be bounding towards the building, single story, off to our northeast.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't use
Bravo's gonna
the
have
medical
the
menu,
first
and
bound.
it doesn't say I have bandages.
Maybe
Charlie,
you're
provide
menu
covering
broke.
fire as much as you can.
Alpha has no contact. Do you want us to
You're
bound
fine, man.
first?
I don't fucking see this
Yeah,
one.
go for it, Alpha.
Alpha on me.
Well,
that's about the right range.
Hey, Jack. Smith.
Oh, what are we doing?
Smith. We're waiting for you to bound, but you're bounding the wrong way. You're bounding across our line of fire.
Alpha's bounding.
Where is he? Where are you going, Smith? We're going that way.
Alpha down.
Bravo's got an injury at the moment.
They start throwing grenades.
Copy that. Alpha bound to the broken single-story building.
Alpha bounding.
Foreign action, this is trying to be advised. You have little to no visual on enemy contact.
Magazine.
Charlie, peel to the right side of Bravo.
Copy that, Charlie. Peel.
Alpha's set in building.
Boy, move, boys.
Copy that, Alpha. Hold northwest. Provide cover for the rest of the team to bound. Bravo.
This is Bravo.
Have you got your man back
Charlie
up?
down.
Oh, yeah.
Can we take the walls on our right?
Too
Bravo,
far away.
resume peeling towards
Cancel that. We've just got Sam gone down.
Copy that.
I can't see anyone.
Bravo is catching up.
Copy that, Bravo. Bound towards the original single-story hut off to the northeast.
Roger that, Bravo bounding.
First be advised, you're being called on Channel 5.
Watch out, Oaks.
Bravo
Shots to
down.
our west.
Oh my god.
Contact. West.
Contact, west.
Bravo's set.
Ah, damn.
Bravo is set.
1-1.
Contacts in the bush, right side of the stone wall, west-northwest, aligned with that one-story building. 200 meters.
To the left of this rock.
We're going to be, Bravo and Charlie are going to be resuming bounding. Overwatch is what I should have said in the first
Ooh,
place.
right on target.
Whilst Alpha holds here.
More contacts towards us.
Charlie, rebounding which direction? No?
Yeah, towards the single-story building. To our north.
Eyes on.
Charlie, you're free to move.
Charlie bounding.
Move, boys, north, let's go.
I mean, I love you guys, but...
Charlie down.
No, that's not us. This isn't...
Watch northwest.
Going across our road.
Charlie set.
Team leader down. 4 Alpha.
Oh, hello.
A little bit more into these
Alright, lovely. Welcome back.
trees.
1-1, this is Bravo.
Send.
Right.
Empty.
There is no way for us to bound because we'll be squeezed in between Bravo and Alpha and Charlie. Where do you want us to go?
Misplaced by
Copy that.
leader.
Because someone...
This Charlie wants us to shift a little bit more to the east.
No, Charlie, hold.
Okay.
Do you want us to go peel right round the back?
Good question. I have one.
Okay, nice. Okay, you can keep that.
I know. Oh yeah.
Well, guys, unfortunately, that's time.
I'm trying to.
That's been time. Exercise complete. Exercise complete. Stand by to teleport.
Leading, which is bad because I shouldn't be thinking.
It's so painful.
I was so confused.
Oh, we made it. We completed the exercise.
Where are you?
Huh? You completed the exercise?
I would say if you if you want to give your input, the first thing to do is ask if they want it.
Yeah.
Generally. Wait for them to ask you for input. You know.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone will ask for input though. That's the thing.
No, but say, do you need a hand?
Okay.
And then they can say no.
Okay. Cool.
Unless
Ooh,
you're
some-
squad leading.
Some cultural nuances there, which I'm not very good with because I'm Germanic. So you guys figure that one out.
It's a very British way of looking at things.
I learned another one, like a calendar saying is, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything. Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
How does Britain? How does the UK work even? Well,
That's
you
called
just go to someone else.
Lots of tea.
That's called a stiff
Well,
upper
suppressed
lip.
anger.
That's what it's called. It's
Most people don't follow that advice.
Maybe the ones
nowadays,
you
no.
meet.
No,
Most
I'll
people
take
just go to their
responsibility
friend
for
and
that.
say
Though.
it.
So I would like to know what you guys thought about that. Have you got any feedback for your superiors or your inferiors, for your squad leader, for your team leaders, for your teammates? Is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, that's
A lot of improvement.
worse than the first 2 times I tried it.
3 teams is bloody hard, man. It's it's masterclass squad leadership. So don't worry about this being very, very difficult for you. Right? That's all I'll say. What else would other people say? Maybe
It
stay
felt
out
a
of it.
lot more fluid and dynamic this time.
Yes.
You'll learn a lot more if you stop listening to everyone, to all the massive voices, and start listening more to yourself.
Yes,
That's what I found.
I'd like
Yeah.
to apologise for that.
I'm agreeing with that.
I think a Filthy's way that I've never agreed with, even though it has 99% success rate, is to learn. And I think to bring Oxman's bit in, muscle memory is the only real way to get this simulation, this group, is to be more successful as a leader, is to learn and make learning as a leader your thing. That's all I've got to say, really. That's it.
He's got
Words
such
of a wise man.
I love him.
I'm only quoting what Filth and Oxman would say.
You're a philosophy teacher, UJ.
No, he does do Python
Right, let's stay on topic here. So you guys weren't very happy with that. Would that be a correct assessment? You weren't very happy with how that.
In a very, very nice way, yes.
In a very nice way. See,
I
this
think
is the stuff
Firth did a very, very
I'm
good job.
interested in. This is where I start digging. The Germanic people start digging into that. Well, what was the problem?
I
lacked a little
don't
bit of
think it was
structure.
Firth, because he did good, but I think he did take a while to make decisions, which is good for thinking, but not good for when you're being shot at in the open. But yeah, that comes with, I guess, time.
Aye. Absolutely.
I think that was all fine, and I didn't really see that problem. Or I see
maybe not in this
different route to what you were describing as language.
You do more Tetris gameplay. It's almost a real metaphor. You form your formations and you use peeling and bounding.
But what is that even? Right? What is even peeling? What is even bounding? We know several different forms of bounding. We know that we need a certain structure for bounding that we need to set up first, right? In order for it to work, we have an established standard, and the second we start deviating from that in language and in fact, we have issues.
Oh, I'm really sorry, I've got a dash.
No worries. Thanks for playing and
Bye,
doing
Smith.
well.
Cheers, Smithy. Well led, mate.
We're not going to figure this out. Not going to figure this out. All I'll say is everything that maybe wasn't perfect or maybe even went wrong is completely natural, and I want to thank everyone for trying these roles out. I think it's all fine. It's taking its course, all very natural, and I'm quite happy to be doing this with such talented people. I think the group is as good as possibly it's never been before. Even if we fuck up in a training exercise, it's completely fine. Very happy to have you guys along, and would very much like to encourage you to keep talking about what you think. Final point is, please everyone report Blue's account on Discord for hacking or impersonating if you haven't already. Discord security is
He's here, isn't he?
dog shit.
Oh,
Are you? Are you
He
the
got
hacker?
hacked.
There he
Did he
is.
steal your voice as well?
This is actually
Very,
not
very
Blue,
important.
it's a voice
Yeah,
changer.
this is.
That's why he's been so nice to me.
So what porn was it?
I was actually. It's the one that you would not like. No, I was at work today, and the Discord guys, they got a hold of me again. So they've managed to give me my support account access, which is good. Means I can make the ticket to hopefully get my account back. But in the meantime, if the guy's still messaging you saying, "Hey, I've got a game I'd like you to test," just report the fuck out of him.
Here's another friendly bit of advice: enable multi-factor fucking authentication.
You see, it's really funny when he says that, because I
He
did actually have it enabled, but he used the token instead, so it bypassed two-factor.
Yeah, well, it's not 100%, but still, it's a valid point. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for.
So it's ongoing still, still figuring
It's
it
ongoing
out,
still.
making some progress. Very happy to hear that. In the meantime, please everyone report the fuck out of Blue, and
Yeah, I've been a bad boy.
catch
Especially
you
on
guys
Steam.
on the weekend.
What? Not on Steam.
Fantastic.
Cheers, Phil. Thank you.
Cheers,
Just
man.
Phil
Thank
messages
you
you
very
on
much.
Discord,
enjoyed
ask to say potato.
What was that?
Oh, yeah. Potato.
Blue messages
Ask-
you on Discord.
Can you give me
What are we doing
like
down
a
here?
recipe for?
I'll see
Yeah,
you
this
guys
is a bit.
maybe next week.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Kept saying.
Can we
I kept saying.
take a few minutes?
Yeah, take like 3.
Oh, okay.
Two.
I'll smoke as quick as I can then.
Three,
Yeah,
two,
you inhale
one.
that whole thing in 2.
In 2.
So
I'm grabbing a coffee.
Dude,
hop off as well. I'm not feeling great.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Have a good one.
I'll see you
Bro,
later.
You're not in
So
Kent, are you?
what
Cheers,
are
man.
do we actually lose people that's supposed to be on the mission?
Me.
Him.
And
Tis
we
me.
have 12, 11, I think.
Oxman can't count. There you go.
Well, you are here. You're not on.
Yeah,
the
I am
list.
here.
We have
I couldn't
10.
vote. That's the reason.
Oh, 11. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to wait after training
And
to ask.
12 once lad
Well,
turns
I was
up.
working, so.
Although lad's here, so we have 12.
Do we only need one pilot, or is it handy to have 2 on this mission?
No idea.
I don't know. It's not my mission.
Whose mission is it?
Yeah. Because I see only one pilot in Discord. at the
It is my mission, but like I don't know. It's a small scale mission. There's no, I mean, there's an SC-25 and there's a need for like reinserts, but that's it. There's nothing spectacular. It's gonna
Wildcat
be, well, there will be
take,
enemy
625
drones,
in
so watch
Ireland.
out for that. Suicide bombs or suicide FPV drones.
Oh yeah, there is FPVs. There is also enemy jet.
And
I want
enemy
to
cruise
ask you a
vessels.
question that you can obviously answer yes or no to. How much in gigabytes are your mission files or folders?
I
Always
think
wanted
it's
to know.
1 gigabyte.
Really? That's
And it's
not
every
that
mission
much.
is 2 to 4 megabytes.
I was gonna say that's not a lot. Mine, I had to transfer it like 20 minutes ago, and mine was at 4 gigabytes.
Maybe I'm.
He's underestimating
There
that.
is GitHub Probably,
Yeah.
but I've uploaded all of my missions, every single one. Who's breathing in my fucking ear and licking his mouth? That's Hoofed again. God damn, boy.
Hey,
Blue.
fucking take it, sweet
What's
mate.
up?
For some reason, it keeps jamming on and doing the gain control.
Alright, I thought you were
Strawberry style.
Oh no, you've been hacked,
playing
Hoof.
operators.
Strawberry jam style.
I can't believe the first thing that was said to Blue was, "Hey, I've got a link for you, bud."
Have you been dissuaded from squad leading, Burst, or do you want to play as we just did?
I've got a major headache. I didn't listen to Phil's advice, and I didn't take any ibuprofen.
Go take some now.
You've not got an adversity to bright lights, have you?
Fucking hell.
What?
Or,
what does that even mean?
Okay, the stream is gonna switch over to.
You don't live in Kent, do you?
I don't live in Kent, no.
Okay, well that's all right then.
Yeah, I live very far away from
anyway,
Kent and London, so I
moving
think
on.
I'll be
I'm gonna
alright.